Well, to me, it's so clear, and we've been discussing this for months on our radio show with many guests. And basically, Zohran Mamdani is an echo of Karl Marx. I mean, just listen to him. I mean, it's straight from the Communist Manifesto, his echoes and what he's proposing. Now, what he's proposing isn't new, and that should be good for people who are discerning, because if you look back on the history of Marxism and communism, what the experience is, yes, we start off with offering all kinds of free things because the electorate at that point in time is hurting. So what is the most immediate thing to do? I'm going to address that pain and discomfort that you have with freebies. The problem is it's unsustainable. As Margaret Thatcher said, the thing about socialism is it's okay until you run out of other people's money. And last time I checked, New York right now is already upside down. They're in a deficit. They need help. But somehow, Mamdani thinks with his theory that by taxing the very wealthy that he's going to pay for these services. It doesn't pan out economically. Any top economist will tell you that's going to last for, something that can be measured. If you give him the benefit of the doubt, it might be measured in months. It's not going to be measured in years. So that's a fallacy. The other thing is historically, look at what happened to other countries and nations who have bought into the freebie stuff. Okay. What happens? They find out the hard way. They can't deliver. And so then what happens is there's unrest. And so this seemingly nice and very genteel type of government becomes oppressive and totalitarian, because that's the only way they can control the masses. They don't want you rioting in the streets. So, right now, a lot is said about the alleged totalitarian personality of our country. They have no idea. What they need to do, and I've been saying this on our show, as I mentioned, every summer, I'm in Florida. So every summer, the kids take a summer break and they come down to Miami and hang around on the beach. And I'm saying, you would do yourself a big favor and go down to Calle Ocho, okay, which is A Street in Miami. That's where the Cuban community is. And you talk to any one of the Cubans, they will tell you about communism by experience and why they're here in America and how much they miss their homeland. And I understand that, and we can appreciate it. But they can tell you the pains of communism just as much as the Venezuelans who have come here. Venezuelans come here and they tell me, Bill, I've interviewed several very intelligent Venezuelans who left their home country. And they said, Bill, it happened so quickly. And what used to be bright and sunny and optimistic is very dark and empty, and they're in pain. Rabbi, they're eating out of the trucks, the trash trucks of the president's, trash vehicles. Okay, this is how bad it is. Inflation, what is it? Over 1,000% now? This is what happens. It's just a gradual, but it is a clear decline. And this is what New Yorkers are going to be faced with the hard way, because the fact of the matter is gravity does exist. You're fighting reality and thinking somehow that Mamdani has figured out the answer to gravity. Because the bottom line of all this is that you think right now America's in trouble because we have become more godless. Well, when you become a socialist, you really are a fully certified 100% godless agency that is going to deliver, godless results. And when we look back historically, we're talking mass carnage. We're talking suffering. We're talking what many have declared as shared misery. So get ready. This is the reality of what Zohran Mamdani and his policies, have proven time in memoriam what they will do. Because you look back in history, and I say, tell me, give me some optimism. Tell me at some time and some point in history that Marxism or communism has worked for any nation. I don't see it. So the bottom line here is on November 4th, you have a choice for your future to make. It starts with being educated, being intelligent about this. Let me tell you, Socialism will dumb you down. It will mediocritize you, your family members. Now, I don't know, if you can live with that. For me, that's like chalk hitting the chalkboard in the wrong direction. And the hairs on the back of my neck, down my spine, just go erect when I hear something like this. I cannot stand mediocrity. This is what socialism promotes as mediocrity. So it starts with intelligence. Be informed. Don't take my word for it. Check it out for yourself. Check it out in contrast to our U.S. Constitution. Is what Zohran Mamdani is proposing, does it advance the principles and the effect of what we've had for 250 years of experience, good, bad, and indifferent? But is it a better offering than what 250 years of experience is demonstrated to us by the U.S. Constitution? And then make that critical decision, not only for yourself, but for future generations, because this could have that kind of consequential impact.